This video is for Windy City Girl 63. I think I got that right. Windy City Girl 63. I'm guessing it's a female, so I'll refer to that person as a she. She said she's got a 71 Gia and is having some windshield wiper issues and wanted to know how they were wired. So I figured I'd step through a couple things. And this is good for, I think, most Volkswagens. I'm going to say 70 up is a pretty safe bet. I know this is a 12 volt system. So we're going to start at the start here. I have the official service manual. You can find these for sale on eBay if you want one. If not, all the wiring diagrams are on thesamba.com. That's THESAMBA.com under their technical reference stuff. But what we're looking at here, hang on, gotta get my light down there. Actually, I gotta restart the camera to focus it. Hang on. So what we're looking at is this circuit up here. That's the windshield wiper and wiper motor, and it has 4 wires that come off of it plus a ground. So the 4 wires actually connect back into the steering wheel here. So what you'll have is 4 wires coming out of the steering wheel area, and then off of the unit itself you'll have a little brown wire that needs to ground. My guess is if this is not working, it's probably that ground if all the other stuff is in order. So if you look back here, I'm going to just sort of cut to the chase here. This fuse here, sort of 1, 2, 3 from the end, we'll locate that one, but that's the one that supplies the power to the windshield wiper. And for all the electrical geeks, we'll go even a little bit further backwards. You can see the yellow and black stripe here provides power to the wiper wire. And I don't know how clear that is, but the yellow and black wire is on the X of the ignition switch. So if we come over here and we look at the ignition switch, I'm going to restart again. We look at the X on the ignition switch. This is something on the later model Volkswagens, and what it is that particular, the X, will power up when the car is on, but if you're in the starter mode, it won't supply power to the X one. So right next to it's a solid black. That goes to the ignition coil. So when the key turns on, it feeds that one full time. But when the key turns on, it just feeds this yellow and black one when the starter is not engaged. So it's just for that brief second when your car is starting up. The yellow doesn't get power. It also, I believe, powers the headlights in a roundabout fashion some way so that you can't have your headlights and your starter going at the same time. So I'm going to restart. Well, no, I think I can do this without restarting. So we're looking at the numbers 53, 53A, 53B, and 53E, I believe, are the numbers here on these wires. So those are all dedicated windshield washer numbers. So this is the DIN listing. So if you ever look at a switch or a relay and it has a number on a different post, these are what all the numbers mean. This is the decoder. This is the Rosetta Stone. It will show you everything you need to know. You can just find this from Wikipedia. You can find the DIN numbers. You just look up DIN, and there you go. You'll find it. So let's go look at the car. Okay, we are under the hood here, and what you'll see is our windshield washer motor is over here just right behind the glove box, and off of that windshield washer motor you're gonna see 4 wires just like this right here. So those are the 4 I was talking about, and if you follow those around, they go right over here, and I don't know if I got enough light there, but they go right over there and down, and they hook into your steering wheel. So usually this piece is in pretty good shape. There's not a whole lot to disconnect, but check back in the back of your steering column. There's 2 connectors back there. Just make sure they're tight. I'm guessing they are. Those usually don't have too much issue. But what might happen, hang on, gotta get my light. What can happen is these guys can come loose. But then you see this brown one. That's the 5th one I was talking about there that comes off of the wiper motor. And it actually comes out of that same jacket there. Sorry, the light's really poor in here. There we go, maybe. So it comes out of that same jacket. But the brown one just needs to go to ground. which generally means over here there are a number of just kind of blank spades on the frame of the car. And you can hook any brown wire onto those spades, and what you want to do is make sure that the metal is clean, so you got to take any paint off, maybe use a little piece of sandpaper, brush it up, clean it up, and that's more than likely your problem. What you can do is just supply 12 volts, I think, to the black and white, and then any of the other wires, and it'll do your different speeds. So that's kind of how you fake it out if you want to. So hopefully that solves your problem or gets you on your way to solving your problem with the windshield wipers. But that's all I know. So yeah, for Windy City Girl, which I don't have very many female subscribers, so again, if you are female, that's great. But for Windy City Girl, don't let your meat loaf.